Namaste, Hamesha Kushno Bitiya. I am JVN Dr. Meenakshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Shalakya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University. In today's session, we will discuss the pathogenesis and the pathology of the corneal ulcer, mainly that of the bacterial corneal ulcer. Once the damaged corneal epithelium is invaded by the offending agents, the sequence of pathological changes which occur during development of corneal ulceration can be described under four stages. First is the infiltration, second is active ulceration, third is regression, and fourth is cicatrization. The terminal course of corneal ulcer depends upon the virulence of infecting agent, host defense mechanism, and the treatment received. Depending upon the prevalent circumstances, the course of corneal ulcer may take one of the three forms. First, the ulcer may become localized and get healed. Second, the penetrate deep leading to corneal perforation. Third, spread fast in the whole cornea as sloughing corneal ulcer. The salient pathological features of these are as under. First, the pathology of localized corneal ulcer. In case of localized corneal ulcer, there will be four stages. First is infiltration, the stage of progressive infiltration. It is characterized by the infiltration of polymorphonuclear or lymphocytes into the epithelium from the peripheral circulation, supplemented by similar cells from underlying stroma if this tissue is also affected. Subsequently, necrosis of the involved tissue may occur depending upon the virulence of offending agent and the strength of host defense mechanism. So the second stage is the stage of active ulceration. Active ulceration results from the necrosis and sloughing of the epithelium, Bowman's membrane, and the involved stroma. The walls of the active ulcer project owing to the swelling of the lamella by the imbibition of fluid and the packing of masses of leukocytes between them. This zone of infiltration may extend to a considerable distance both around and beneath the ulcer. At this stage, the sides and the floor of the ulcer may show gray infiltration and sloughing. So here this image there is in A there is stage of progressive infiltration and the depth of the cornea whereas in the surrounding the cornea. Then second is the stage of active ulceration where you can see the discontinuity of the epithelium, Bowman's membrane and the underlying stroma. In this second stage, during the stage of active ulceration, there occurs hyperemia of circumcorneal network of vessels which result into accumulation of purulent exudates on the cornea. There also occurs vascular congestion of the iris and ciliary body and some degree of iritis due to absorption of toxins from the ulcer. Exudation into the anterior chamber from the vessels of iris and ciliary body may lead to formation of hypopyon. We'll discuss the hypopyon in a separate session. Then ulceration may further progress by lateral extension resulting in diffuse superficial ulceration. or it may progress by deeper penetration of the infection, leading to the desmetocele formation and possible corneal perforation. When the offending organism is highly virulent and or host defense mechanism is jeopardized, there occurs a deep penetration during the stage of active ulceration. Then third stage is the stage of regression. Regression is induced by the natural host defense mechanisms, which is called the humoral antibody production and cellular immune defenses, and the treatment which augments the normal host response. A line of demarcation develops around the ulcer, which consists of leukocytes that neutralize and eventually phagocytose the offending organisms and necrotic cellular debris. The digestion of the necrotic material may result in initial enlargement of the ulcer. This process may be accompanied by superficial vascularization that increases the humoral and cellular immune response. The ulcer now begins to heal and epithelium starts growing over the edges. The next is the stage of cicatrization. In this stage, the healing continues by progressive epithelialization, which forms a permanent covering. Beneath the epithelium, fibrous tissues is laid down partly by the corneal fibroblast and partly by the endothelial cells of the new vessels. The stroma thus thickens and fills in under the epithelium, pushing the epithelial surface anteriorly. The degree of scarring from healing varies. If ulcer is very superficial and involves the epithelium only, it heals without leaving any opacity behind. When the ulcer involves the Bowman's membrane and few superficial stromal lamella, the resultant scar is called nebula. Macula and leucoma result after healing of the ulcers involving up to one third and more than that of the corneal stroma respectively. So corneal opacity is a separate topic. We will discuss this in a separate session. So corneal opacity depends upon the depth of the ulceration, how much deep is the ulcer. So if it is involving only the superficial corneal epithelium, then there will be no opacity. The ulcer will heal without leaving any scar. But if it is involving Bowman's membrane and few superficial stromal lamella, then the opacity will called the nebula. And when the one third of the corneal stroma is involved, then there will be healing of ulcers, then they will develop a opacity called a macula. If there is more than one third or half of the stroma is involved, then the opacity will be called the leucoma. So the name of the opacity changes according to the depth of the corneal ulcer. So in this session we have discussed the four stages of the pathology of the corneal ulcer. There was first stage, the stage of progressive infiltration, where all the lymphocytes, polymerase cells, they are uh, infiltrated in the corneal epithelium. Then in the B stage, there is the stage of active ulceration. It has gone deep and also spread around the infiltration. And there is a stage of regression, where the line of demarcation is made. Then there is a four stage of cicatrization when the healing occurs. So here completes our pathology of the localized corneal ulcer, which have the four stages. Rest we will discuss in the next session. Thank you so much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you so much.